Hey, welcome. If you feel like you've walked into a sci-fi movie by mistake every time you hear about AI, you're in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to cut through all that confusing hype and jargon. We're going to find a clear, simple starting point for you so you can actually start using these tools. Let's figure out how to make AI work for you.
So here's our game plan. First, we're going to separate what's just hype from what's actually helpful. Then we'll get you started with your very first AI conversation. After that, we'll check out some amazing tools that can create visuals and organize your life. And this is a big one. We'll cover how to talk to AI to get great results. And finally, we'll zoom out and see what this all means for your future.
Okay, so let's start with the big picture. You see the term AI everywhere, right? It's in the news, it's on your phone, it can feel like a lot. But our goal here is simple. We're just going to cut through all that noise. We're going to show you how AI can be a practical, useful tool in your life, not just some buzzword.
And this is the feeling, isn't it? It seems like every single day there are a dozen new AI apps launching, and it's so easy to feel like you're already falling behind. So the real question is, with all this stuff flying around, where do you possibly begin? But here it is. This is the core promise. This is the whole reason we're talking about this. This isn't just about cool new tech. The right tools, when you know how to use them, can literally save you hours of work every single week. They can take care of all those boring, repetitive tasks that just drain your energy.
So what's the easiest place to jump in? Right here. We're going to look at the simplest but also the most powerful way to get started with AI. And I want you to think of it less like using some complicated software and more like you just hired an incredibly smart and fast assistant that you can just talk to.
Now you're going to hear this fancy term, large language model, or LLM. It sounds super technical, I know, but all it really means is an AI that's been trained on a massive amount of text, so it can understand and write like a human. So forget the jargon, just think of it as a brainstorming partner or a writing assistant ready to go.
So let's look at the big three right now. You've probably heard of ChatGPT. It's kind of the one that started it all. It's fantastic for just about anything, from answering questions to writing a poem. Then you have Claude, which is really well known for its supernatural, human-sounding writing. It's a lifesaver if you need to summarize a huge document. And then there's Gemini from Google. Its superpower is real-time information because it's plugged right into Google Search. So you just have to ask yourself, do I need a creative partner, a summary machine, or a research expert? Okay, AI is obviously amazing with words, but believe me, that's just scratching the surface. Now we're going to look at how it can help you create incredible images and totally organize your life by doing all the boring stuff for you. You can really think about these tools in two different buckets. In one bucket, you have the creative tools that help you make things, like designs and art. And in the other bucket, you have these smart productivity tools that basically act like a personal assistant to manage all your work and notes. For the creative stuff, these image generators are just mind-blowing. Midjourney is what you use when you want something that looks like a professional photograph or a piece of art. If you're just starting out, Canvas Magic Media is perfect because it's built right into a tool you might already use. And DALL-E 3 is awesome because it lives inside ChatGPT, so you can just describe the image you want and then tell it how to change it, all in plain English. And on the productivity side, these are a total game changer. Take Otter.ai. It can actually join your online meetings, record everything, and then instantly give you a full transcript and a perfect summary. I mean, just imagine never taking meeting notes again. And then you have Notion AI, which is a beast at organizing your messy notes, cleaning up your writing, and even pulling out a to-do list from a chaotic brain dump. Okay, so you've picked a tool. Now what? This next part, this is probably the most important skill in this whole new world. Some people call it prompt engineering, but that's just a fancy way of saying learning how to ask good questions. This is the secret. This right here is the golden rule. You have to remember, these tools are not mind readers. The quality of what you get out, the image, the email, the summary, is 100% dependent on the quality of the instructions you put in. Garbage in, garbage out. It's that simple. So how do you give good instructions? Well, it really just boils down to these three simple steps. Number one, be specific. Don't just say, write me a blog post. Say, write a 500-word blog post about easy gardening tips for apartment dwellers, and make the tone funny and encouraging. See the difference? Number two, give it context. Tell it who to be. Act as a professional chef, or you are a travel agent. And number three, iterate. Your first try might not be perfect, and that's okay. Just tell it what you want to change. Make it shorter, or add more jokes, or rewrite that in a more formal tone. All right, we've covered the what and the how. So now let's tackle the big question.
what does all of this really mean for you? Let's talk about the future and hit some of those common fears and questions that pop up when you're just starting out.
Let's just get two big worries out of the way right now. First, do you need to know how to code to use this stuff? Absolutely not. You just talk to it. Plain English. That's it. And second, is this going to cost a fortune? Nope. Almost every single tool we've talked about has a really generous free version that's more than enough to get you started.
But, of course, there's the elephant in the room. This is the question on literally everyone's mind when they see just how powerful these tools are. Is this thing coming for my job? And this quote just hits the nail on the head. The technology itself probably won't replace you, but the world is changing. The person who learns how to use AI to be more creative, faster, and more productive, well, they are going to have a huge advantage over the person who just ignores it.
So here's the key takeaway, the big mindset shift. Stop thinking of AI as your replacement or your competitor. Start thinking of it as your assistant. It's the tireless collaborator that handles the grunt work, the first drafts, the research, the summaries, which frees you up to focus on the things humans do best: strategy, creativity, and big picture thinking.
So, what's next? Here's my challenge to you. Don't just watch this and move on with your day. Your mission is simple. Pick just one of the tools we talked about: ChatGPT, Canva, whichever one sounds the least intimidating. Go to the website, sign up for the free account, and just play with it. Ask it one dumb question. Create one silly image. Just take that first step today, because the future really does belong to the people who start learning now.